we're hearing from Keke Ogungbe is that they tried to sign Plantation Boiz, that there was some contract to that effect. What can you say about that?
He never gave Plantashun Boiz a contract. He wanted to work with me as a solo artist because I took Marvelous Benji's CD to Kennis music. I wanted him to sign Kennis music. I wanted Kennis music to sign Marvelous Benji. And so Kennis music said if I was talking about myself, he would have been more interested. And I said, no, I'm with my team. My team needs me now more than ever. So there was no contract for Plantashun Boiz. I would have put it on the table for everybody to know, but there was no contract. We just wanted to sign me alone. And I said, no, I didn't want to do that because I was with my team.
So what I'm trying to ask you now is, he said something about you releasing a record and the record not blowing. Let's talk a little bit about that.
That record he was talking about basically is the diss track I did for Idris, which was with Bidisa here, John Kamsi, can't taste me, and yo, plus you cannot taste me, the Blackface, I'm ahead of the game, and after all these years, I'm still the same. Got a million ways to terminate you if I want to. My first pal is in Dallas where you gotta run to. So that was a diss I did for Idris, but I put only 5 copies out. And I wasn't going to promote it because I was in a band. But I had to reply when Idris said, Blackface, you the Chris, you the wackest in this race. I had to reply. So that was the reason for me making that record, just to reply that you can't think because we're singing love song, you think there's nobody here that would do hip hop and try to diss you back. So that was the reason why I did the record. So that's it about that. That was the record. And for the record, what they're saying is just false because they're trying to paint a narrative. Now, let's see. What took them up to 20-something years before they would come out to say African Queen was written by Mr. Amadou Augustine? And I've been going through the backlash of the media, back and forth. People were like, go and write another one. So like, oh, if you don't get this song, you go. They were writing back and forth, emotionally me, draining me, bringing me down. Now they didn't see that as they didn't see that as trying to keep my mental, what I represent. They didn't see it as that. They were just going back and forth because they wanted to show whereby I'm not going to be saying, you know, that song is mine anymore. I'll just let it go. And then they'll be collecting all the revenue from me. That was the reason why they were attacking me, nothing else. Nothing else. And those attacks, bro, you will not understand what it feels like. Like you come to a time that you'll be like, should my mind leave my body? Because it's like this body is too small to contain this mind. You get to that place and I was like, wow, what's happening? And my friend never for once came out to say, stop saying bad things about my friend. Not for once. Not for once. Not for once. What did I do to deserve all of that? Is it money? Money is nothing. And there's more from where that is coming from. That's just the problem. So because you've seen something, you feel this is valuable, so you want to take it and run off with it when there's so much gold down there. When there's so much gold down there, and that's what they did to me. They made me, I lost my family because I tried to just help somebody. I said, this will make your album good. I lost my family. I couldn't watch my kids grow. You know, I couldn't do anything, bro. I was just battling with myself, battling with my life. because some persons have decided to give me a bad name. So what took them all this long? What took them all this long? What took them all this long? Okay, if you're registering a song, definitely they're going to ask you where are the writers. If the writers put their name, how could you register a song without the writer's name? Why would you do that? Just why would you even do that? Why would you even think of it?
Did you get any royalties from African Queen?
I will tell you honestly, I started getting royalties from African Queen when I did a registration, and then in BMI as well, because somebody came and said they wanted to work with me and wanted me to sign with BMI, and they registered me under BMI. And then I started checking the stuff and be like, okay, what's really going on? Where are the royalties? I'm not getting no royalties. In short, I'll tell you that categorically publishing royalties, I ain't getting it. I haven't gotten. I only get writer share just little, because there's some registration that they can adhere to and pay you for that. There's some registration they will just put aside. So that's been happening to me. And I'll be like, what's up? Where the money at? Where the money at? They're even using the music to license it for films. For films like Queen Charlotte, like films, movies. What's up? Without me giving them the authorization to do that. And me not even being recognized as the writer even hurts even more. Please, you know. So that's basically it for me. But I just wonder, why did it take them this long? Now people have gotten to realize that truly they went to register the song and they did not put my name in it. That was the scenario. So the scenario of Blackface write another one was how just to bring me down. Just to bring me down. And that's the reason why they don't want to do the Plantation Boys as well, because they don't want anything to, they don't want to associate with Blackface, like Blackface did something bad. But they know how guilty they are, so they will not want to come close where they can look into my eyes and say, bro, I'm sorry. They can't say that. So they rather avoid me and act like I'm the one that is wrong.
Let's talk about Keke Ogungbe. What was your relationship with him like?
With who?
Keke Ogungbe.
Well, I really don't know Mr. Ogungbe that well. I only had two discussions with him. The first discussion was about him signing Marvelous Benji. And then the next discussion I had with him was in regard to the Essence. When Essence did You Are My African Prince, and I said I did not like it, they should take it down. Those are just the conversations I've had with Mr. Ogungbe.
Did they take down Essence African Prince?
Yes, that's why it's nowhere to be heard anymore, because they have to take it down. The song is You Are My African Queen, and the song is not You Are My African Prince.
Who do you think is at fault? Who do you think did not register you as the writer of African Queen?
I would say the blame goes to the artist, because the artist is the first person to be able to say, these are the people that contributed on the song. Then the label is also supposed to ask, like, what's up? Who are the people on the song? The song, before OJB passed away, OJB already said it, and he told everybody that knew that the song was written by myself, because they had told him that I'd given them the permission to sing the song. So if I did not give them permission to sing the song, they will not table the song for recording. So definitely would have said, writers, you put it there. Writers, you put it there. There's nothing wrong in that. If you can't remember my surname, how to spell it properly, you call me, I write it and send it to you. So you don't mistake anything, because if you misspell my name, I'm not going to be able to cash in on that, because the name does not go. You understand? So were this intentionally done? Was this done
Do
intentionally?
you
Was there
feel
an
this
agenda?
move,
Was there an agenda plan?
Blackface, do you feel
Yes.
this move hurt your career? Do you feel this move of them not including you in the writers, how do I say, credit for African Queen? Do you think it was instrumental to your career not blossoming the way you would have expected it to
Yes,
blossom? And if yes, in what way?
think so. I think so, because that kind of stunted my growth. That sort of stunted how much I would have developed, because everybody started chastising me, and I wasn't getting no what will I call it? I wasn't getting patronized. Because there's some place they would feel like if I'm there, I'll be asking them why did they not put my name on the song. So if they're going to go there, they're going to make sure I'm not there. They're going to make sure I'm not there. So it's been going on. That's why people will be asking, where is Blackface all the time? Where is Blackface? Where is Blackface? Where is Blackface? Because I believe it was an intentional plan. It was planned. Like for me not to be able to be in the circle to be able to ask for things. Okay, now my friend Basket Mount and Awa, they had their differences, but because there's nothing like intellectual property inside what they are doing, they've made up. They've made up because they know they need each other. So why are we going to have intellectual properties like the works of done in Plantashun Boiz to do the remixes, do all the things about it, and know they don't want to come to the table? Why they don't want to come to the table? Because they're scared. I would just ask that, why didn't you put my name as a writer on the song, and where's the money at? They're just scared of that. You know, so these are the things we go through. Yeah, it comes with the business, they say. But when you hurt someone to a level that the person starts to, you start to make them doubt themselves and doubt their self-esteem, you're really hurting them badly. This over the past 20 years, it's going to 25 years. This is what I've been going through, bro. This is what I've been going through. But I'll be like, how do you make people understand this? So I just keep doing my music, and they'll be like, oh, this one complains about this, about you, change your producer. So I'll be like, stop doing music, become a farmer. So I'll be like, go do this. All because they want to take you out from that line that there's going to be questions in the future. That was just the nothing more.
Now, if I were to ask you to monetize what you consider your losses from not being able to get your credits as the writer of African Queen, what would you put that money as? That sum of money? Oh, this is how much I believe I lost over the years for not being able to monetize my credit as the author of African Queen.
Well, I want to say something. That's not what you can quantify. You can't quantify it. You can't quantify it. I know how many lives I would have touched. I know how many people that have even done covers where you can't even end up releasing the song because they said there are issues about the song. These are different things that would have touched people's lives, and communities would have been benefiting from the fact that I got my own humanitarian attributes inside of me. And I've not been able to do like I really want to do. It really makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad. So I don't worry, but I've still been saying that what took them so long? That's just my only grief. What took them so long? Even the wife, the lady I was married to, Dayo, that you knew, she never believed me even the time I was saying, look, these people are trying to do me dirty.
So you also feel that this affected your marriage?
Of course. They evicted me from my home. My family got separated. My son is growing without his dad in his life every day. My daughter, almost same thing. Till recently, we are now linking up, and trying to put in some stuff to their life. You know how many endorsements my kids would have done? You know how many endorsements my family would have done? But I can't have that because they didn't let me to have that. They didn't let me to have that. And all you get is cyber, like I hold my head high regardless, you know? But I think enough is enough. I think they also know that enough is enough of being silent over something like this. It's not what is silent over, because I think it's going to be hard for them to be sleeping at night because they'll be thinking about it too.
What's your relationship like with Kelly Hansome?
Yo, Kelly's my friend, and you know, Kelly's my friend, and I remember how I met him in Ikeja, and he said he was a producer. I took him to my house. From there, he started producing, and then now his career now is somewhere in a great place because I could encourage him to keep going, and I could encourage him to be the best he can be. I can't be jealous of a friend like that who has skills to produce and to sing. I'm only going to encourage him.
Should I bring him to the live because he's indicating interest in coming?
Yeah, you can bring him. You can bring him. Maybe he has some things to share. You know, he's okay. He was part of the.
Send me a request. Kelly Hansome, send me a request.
You know, he was part of the Kennis music too, and I know he has his own experience from there. You know, we had his experience, and we never really talked about him much, but I just told him to try and be independent of himself and push his career to the next level.